Hi friend, welcome back to my channel. In this video I wanted to share with you a tampon review after trying various different tampons out for a few months. So let's go ahead and get started. By the way, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Tanya and on this channel I share self-help videos for women. So hit subscribe if you haven't already, and if you're coming back, as always, welcome back. So starting out with organic, I got these off of Amazon. They're pretty cheap. They do work out well. However, the applicator, in my opinion, is horrible. So if you are a person who has no problem taking the tampon out of the applicator and using it without the applicator, this might work out well for heavy periods. But if not, I personally would not recommend them because they are quite frustrating to use. Would I purchase them again? Personally, no. Would I recommend them? I definitely wouldn't recommend them as a first choice, but I would recommend them if you're looking for a good tampon to use if you have a heavy period, if you're comfortable using without the applicator. So that's my final opinion on the organic tampons. Alright, moving on, we have You by Kotex Click, and these are the supersized tampons. And these are the only tampons that I will firmly say that I will never buy again because, number one, they leaked on me and they were extremely difficult to remove. A subscriber or viewer actually told me about that, to be careful when removing them, and she was right. They are strangely difficult to remove and I don't know why. So the packaging is cute, the applicator is cute. I mean, aesthetically they're the prettiest tampon in my opinion, but they just simply don't work out for me. So if these are your favorite and they work out for you, keep using them, but I personally will not buy them again because I do have heavier periods. Okay, moving on to the next tampon, we have Playtex Simply Gentle Glide in the size Super Plus. So I really didn't gravitate towards these as much. The tampon itself was just fine, but they were not my first choice because of the applicator. So I do like them, but will I buy them again? No, because I just prefer a different tampon. So this is what they look like wrapped and unwrapped. So yeah, nothing's wrong with them. I just did not prefer them. All right, so that is Simply Gentle Glide, and let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Next up, we have Honeypot, and these are in the size Super. So I spoke about these before in a previous video, and I don't really care for the applicator. It's not the best. However, the tampon itself holds a ton. It's actually one of the very few tampons that worked out for my heavy period on the first few days. So I do like these. I will definitely buy them again, especially the Super Plus size. I think the Super Plus size is the yellow box, if I'm not mistaken. So yes, these are a keeper. I really do wish that they will redesign the applicator though. They are a little difficult, but they're not the worst, in my opinion. So this is what they look like unwrapped. They are organic and titanium dioxide free, so they're pretty clean, and I do like them. So that is Honeypot in the size Super. So let's go ahead and move on to the next tampon, which is Tampax Pro. So I've been using Tampax Pro for the last 17 years, and I've only used the light, regular, and super sizes before May, and after May, obviously, I went out and bought different ones, and also I picked up the Tampax Pro Super Plus and Ultra sizes, and they worked out well. They are not the most absorbent out of all of these. I'll tell you which one is the most absorbent, but they definitely helped me out during the first few days of my period. So, well, the Ultra in particular was the only one that worked out for the first few days. So I would definitely recommend these for heavy periods. They are not my first choice because of the applicator and the absorbency, but they are number 2 for sure. So if you're looking for a good tampon for heavy periods, this is a good option to have in your stash. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Next up, we have Tampax Radiant, which is very similar to Tampax Pro, obviously. However, they do not offer the ultra size with Tampax Radiant based on what I saw on the website and also what I observed after going to many stores to find them. So that kind of sucks, but they are nicer in my opinion than Tampax Pro because they do have a flare on the applicator, which makes it easier to insert. Very comparable to the Playtex Sport tampons. So this is what they look like side by side, and it also comes with a little bag that you can reseal if you want to save it to dispose your tampon. So I do like them better than Tampax Pro, so I will continue to buy them in lieu of the Tampax Pro. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the last one, which is Playtex Sport. So I actually loved every single one of these. I used them a ton over the last few months, and I have all the sizes. They do offer the Ultra as well, which is what I need on the first few days. And these are going to be in my stash forever as long as they continue to make them because they are awesome. They are the most absorbent out of all the ones that I've tried. The applicator, in my opinion, is hands down the best. I do think that Tampax Radiant came close, but Playtex Sport is a little better, so it's number one for me. FYI, when I was recording this, I forgot to mention the L brand, which is actually in the little tub that I forgot to pull out. But just to share with you my opinions on the L brand tampons, they are pretty comparable to Tampax Pro specifically. The applicator is the exact same, so I'm assuming that they may own the company. I'm not exactly sure. So I will not buy them again because I did mention that I do like Tampax Radiant more than Tampax Pro, and there's no point of buying L brand tampons when they're pretty much the same as the Tampax Pro. So they do work, however, I'm not going to purchase them again. And as far as Cora goes, which is another tampon that I recently purchased, after recording this footage, I do like them. I'd never had any leaks. They are not the easiest to use because of the applicator. They're not my favorite, so I will not buy them again, but they're okay. So those are my opinions. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please give it a thumbs up. It lets me know to create more videos like this. And let me know down in the comments if you have any similar experiences with these tampons. I want to hear. So let's go ahead and move on to the next video, which is on the screen.